Siyata Dishmaya. Today we continue Siyata Dishmaya, Shmo Hashem Yisborach Mussar. We learned today one of the soidos of the mind, the seichel, that what is the essence of your mind is to listen to advice. To listen to advice will make your mind straight, will make you smart and make you straight. And this is only if you ask for advice. If you listen, you come smart. Why you come smart? Because you understand how the mind works. Why the rabbi told you the good advice, and you're able to understand all the steps, and then that'll make you smart. That means what makes a person like I say, is engineer. If you know, the engineer tells you, do this, do that. If you understand all the mechanism, how the thing works, that makes you smart, because you know, you do this, it makes this, that. You know all the system, how it works, then you're smart, and that subject is smart. The same thing is if you listen to advice. What you say? You listen to advice, so then what happens, listen to advice, you come to be smart. The first step of your mind, to ask for advice. You have to ask advice who's bigger than you. This is the essence of the mind, because the mind wants to be smart. But what it means to listen to advice? You want your mind to be straight, to be smart, and to be straight in your mind. What is the biggest gift a person can give to children, your own children? I want to give a gift to my son. What is the biggest gift can be from all the universe? I give my son a gift that has a straight head. You know, I put him in Chicago, I put him in New York, I put him in Moscow. I know it'll be solved. Every situation, you know what to do, because he has a straight head. He knows what to do. This is the biggest gift you can give to a son, to have a straight head. He knows. He knows what is right, even he doesn't know, ask advice. He knows what to do. So in every situation where you be, he knows how to survive. So to teach a child to have a straight head, this is the biggest gift. How you get a straight head? Ask advice. Ask advice who's bigger than you. You want to have a straight head? To be smart, to be straight? How you get that? Ask advice who's bigger than you. This is the only way. Because advice takes your situation and knows your situation exactly, and it gives advice for your situation what to do. In your case, and your situation, what to do the best way. Advice is not a general advice. A lot of people make the biggest mistake. They hear, a rabbi said this and the rabbi said that. But the rabbi said in this situation, and two people get the same question they asked the rabbi. I saw it myself. By my father, two people had the same question. One he said, do this, and one he said that. Because it's not the words. I told you last week, 2 weeks ago. 73% is how you ask the question. And only 27% is only what you ask. You have another 73% is around the question. How you ask the question, your heart, your feeling, your emotions, everything that's going on. The rabbi sees not only the words, what you say, is how much you feel, how much you see, how much you around everything. So the rabbi sees the question, and he sees it, and he gives you advice. He gives exactly advice you to do. Who is smart, he demands for advice. Not I say, and if I know everything, I want to read the pasuk in Mishlei, and I don't ask advice, you're considered a fool. I have here a pasuk in Mishlei. Everybody can take the paper. Before pasuk in Mishlei, it says clearly, if you don't ask advice, give people a paper. It says clearly. In Mishlei, clearly a pasuk, if you give people the paper. If you have a pasuk clear, Mishlei says clearly, if you don't ask advice, and you think, I know everything, don't tell me what to do. I know what to do. By definition, you make yourself announce, I'm a fool. Simple. I'm a big fat fool. Not a big fool, a big fool. Don't tell me what to do. I know what to do. You're considering a big fool. Not a small, a bigger. And how much, and you'll see it clearly, Mishnah says clearly. Because the Mishnah says like this, Derech Evil, the way of a fool, Yasha Be'einav, everything is straight in his eyes. V'shomea le'etzav, he has to advise, Chacham, he's considering smart. Says the Ralbag, Derech Evil, Yasha Be'einav, the way of a fool is straight in his eyes. Because if everything is straight to me, the fool will not ask advice. I know what to do. I don't have to ask advice. So I know what to do. I will not ask advice. I ask advice, the Rabbi advice. I know what to do. You know what to do? He says, "V'idbalbelu," and then what happens? You come confused. If you don't ask advice, the reality you come confused. All your problem, you see, because you didn't ask advice, your situation come confused, and you do what you want to do, and you don't do exactly what you do, and at the end of the game, you're not successful. You're not successful. You want to be successful in life? You want to be successful? Ask advice from the Rabbi. Ask advice who's bigger, smarter than you, who will make you successful. The Rabbi is on, we learned the last week, the interest is of the Rabbi that every student in Yeshiva to be successful. This is the goal of the Rosh Yeshiva. He has no other goal, only one thing. He wants everyone in Yeshiva to be successful. Don't think different. Don't think different. The only way to be, if you think not that way, you make a mistake. You're a fool. Every question that you have to ask. Every question. How you handle relationship with your parents, how you handle relationship with yourself, roommates, yourself, sleeping, eating, get up in the morning, friend, everything question could be from the morning, 24 hours, 7, ask a question. He says like this, to continue. If you're smart, when you're smart and you can rely on your mind, you know what to do. The smart person asks, he listens to advice. You see, if you're smart, you listen to advice. It's opposite. When you're not smart, when you're a fool, you don't listen to advice. When you're smart, you listen. This and this, who says the Shlomo Melech says that. He was the smartest of everything. He said to you, you want to be smart? What you have to do? Listen to advice. So what is the essence of your mind? Ask advice. Ask advice who's bigger than you. Why is that? Because the mind wants to be smart, but he wants to be smart to be straight when you're smart. Not to be, you could be smart alone, but everything you think is good. But you have advice, it gives you exactly what to do, how to do it, and what to do, and how to do in all situations. Don't think the rabbis don't know what's going on. I told this maybe 100 times. The biggest mistake people think that the rabbis don't know what's going on. I prove it to you. One time, one of my rabbis, when I was a child, before I got married, was Rabbi Shlomo Shadron. You heard about Shlomo Shadron? Mm-hmm. He gave us a special Mussar, how movie works. Movies like this, all the movies like this way. And he gave us all the theory about movies. And after he gave the Mussar about movies, he says, I never saw a movie in my life. And he knew all about movies. He says, why he told us that? He says, don't think the rabbis don't know what is going on in the world. That people think, I see movies, I know exactly how a movie was. But the rabbi doesn't see movies, doesn't know what movie is. He says, and I proved that he gave us a special Mussar to show us, listen, the rabbis know what is movies, They know exactly what's going on in every part in the universe. The rabbi knows exactly everything. And every detail of the idea and every part of the details. They know exactly, and they're smart, and they see exactly what they know. They sav Rishonim and Achronim. They sav hard toises. Believe me, let someone understand a hard toises and a big Rishonim Achronim. A long shach and a long this they can understand. Now they don't understand it. Show me to understand. That is impossible to understand it. The answer is, if you're Talmid Chacham and you can solve a Rashi, Toises, Rishonim Achronim, you can Talmid Chacham, you put it in the head, you can solve all other problems. So he tells you, if you're smart, ask advice. What do you mean you're smart? The advice will make your mind straight. Or straight in your head. I heard this thing from my father. He says, why today in the world, so many divorces in the world? Because they don't ask advice. They don't want to listen to his answer. They want to hear advice. I want to do. I want, and I feel this way. It starts there and it finishes there. They come fools. The biggest mistakes they make. Mistakes after mistakes. Mistakes after mistakes. And today the common sense disappeared. So you made the mistakes and of course I get divorced. And listen, you want to be successful. You want to be successful in life. You want to be smart to be successful. Train yourself to be humble. Train yourself to be humble. Don't be a big shot and a baloney. Ask advice who's bigger than you. Don't say, I know a big man. A smart person asks his advice. And you ask advice and you win. And you become smart. And if you don't ask advice, you're a fool. You come to a city, you don't know the city. The rabbi says, ask advice. Go to the place where it tells information how to go to this place and that place to do that. And if you don't know the information, I'll find myself the city. I know, look on the roads, I'll find. You can look and know you won't find the city where to find, with your house, you know what to do. But the comment is, you have to know what to do, how to see. These things, everything. And this world and the second one. And Torah and mitzvahs and everything, you must train yourself, strict and listen to the advice who's big in you gives you advice. Don't be like a fool. Listen to the advice of children, advice of babies, childs. They give you girlfriends, your friends give you advice that they're not smart, they're not bigger than you. Ask who's smart, who has a straight head, who can give you advice. My friend told me this advice, and who says this advice is good? Now, you have to be who's God of Imenu, he says. Who's bigger than you can give you advice. Who'll give you better advice, who'll give you a higher advice what to do. And every situation is different. Every human being is a chidush. Again, every human being is a chidush. And everyone has to have a different advice. Not everybody is the same stamp. Everyone does the same way. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. Everybody the same advice? No. So this way, every child is the same? No. Every child is different. Every case is the same? No. Every case is different. Every day is the same? No. Every day is different. Every situation of your money is the same? No. Some days you have money, some days you have no money. Every time is the same time. Some of you have money, same money. Every time is the same? No. You have to have advice on every part. And you ask advice who's bigger than you, you're able to be successful. And giving, he says here, this chidush is got the kisses chidush. And you go, wow, there's a big chidush. But opposite of that, who doesn't ask advice, is called a fool. Now the Sabi Kana, he says even more than that, he says. Now this called a fool, it's called Baal Rotzon. Gidroi Baal Rotzon. You go after your desires. You have a new definition. You're a master of your will. I do what I will want. I wanted this. I every day my will just changes. I go according to my will. One day I want this, one day I want that. One day this, one day I want that. I never go straight. Because all day my will changes every day. One day I want this will, and another will, and that will this, and the will that will. And every day, one day you do this, you're opposite. I decide this, I want that. Tomorrow I decide opposite. And next day I decide opposite to both of them. And every day like a meshugana. Because the will is meshugana.
And it depends also of the other people.
And other people
that put you in your mind.
In your mind and everything. So what is there? He must know the chiddush is he cannot. The will doesn't answer the chiddush. Sami Kelmi says, if you go after your will, you don't listen to advice. Because the will doesn't want to listen to advice. He wants to do, I want it in my way. Has to be my cup of tea, my cup of coffee, has to be my way. It's not listening to advice.
Sometimes the trouble is finding the right person. What? Sometimes the trouble is finding the right person.
Sometimes everything is sometimes, but you go straight way, it gives you listen to advice. Advice gives advice according to you or what you need. Not advice, a general advice.
Let's say I've got a specific case, like I need to get this particular item and it has to be the right item for what I'm
You have to ask advice.
Ask the right person who knows about this item.
Yes.
Where do I find that person?
Yeah, there's the answer you. When you demand, when you want advice, you'll find it. The guy, his father wanted to teach his son what is diamond. I'll give you an example. His name is Kahana, Rabbi Kahana, in the Gemara. He wanted to teach his son what is diamonds. Have Kahana lived, how many years lived Kahana, Yaakov?
100 years.
No.
120?
400 years. He had a special blessing. Special. And he had a son named Shlita, his son. And he got his son to learn 25 years in a room, closed, and he didn't know nothing about the world. He got him to learn all the Torah. When he went out to the world, he said, his son didn't want to go out to the world. So he came to his father and says, Abba, I want to go out to business. So his father says, I give you a diamond. His father was also kind of rich. I give you a diamond, big diamond, and I give you advice. I'm not telling all the story. We went a couple of times. I'll tell you, but this story. He has a lot, but this is the main story. He gave a big diamond. He says, you have the stores of all diamonds. They sell diamonds. He says, don't go to this store, go to that store. And go all the stores and see the difference. He went to one store, he says, how much you sell this diamond? This is like almost 2 shekels. Two shekels. And then he goes, this is it. And then he goes to another store. And then when he came to the store and he sees they don't value this, when he came to the real store, the father says, go to that store. He went there, so they saw the diamond. Yes, wait a second. They saw this diamond, so big, beautiful. They said, wait a second. He said, why wait a second? And he comes back home with 2 bags of gold, 2 big bags of cones of gold. Like this, he cannot even carry it almost so much. He had to get horse and the donkey to carry it to his house. And so I said, the rabbi said to me, see, I want to teach you a lesson. And the world, not even understand what is the diamond. Diamond, they think is like the diamond, so people say it's only worth it 2 shekels. And these people, the people understand what is the diamond, they know it's worth it, everything. And one time I want to tell you, I said, you learned 25 years Torah will not stop. You are worth it a lot. And the world sees you, you don't know nothing. You don't even know how to buy, you don't even know how to sell 1 piece of diamond. You go to a store, they think it's worth it 2, and you're ready to sell that piece of diamond for 2 shekels. You have no idea about money. So listen, in a couple of days, all the rabbis are coming, and there'll be a question there to ask. And you give the answer, and then you see what, because you learn Torah, you know the Torah, you know the answer. And then you see what will be. They had a question, and a big question on the Gemara, a big question about how you do this case. And then all the rabbis didn't know the answer. And then the Shlita, the son of Kahana, he said, this is the answer. And then he said, this is the answer. And this, the answer. Wow, he said, who is this person? Knows the answer. He said, because he knew 25 years and years, and he knew, Mamash, like I'm sure by Yochai, learned in a cave 24 years, and he's like 13 years, he learned that. And he said, wow. He said, listen, the rabbis recognized him as a big man. On the spot, they took him and they put him in the front, and they made him the chief rabbi. So he said, the rabbi says, who knows the merchandise, who will value you. You learn Torah, people in the street, they think, listen, you learn Torah, you have no money, you have no worth of nothing. But if people know the value of Torah, they say, wow, you learn Torah for 25 years, you value a lot. And then what? They value him on the spot, they put him to be the chief rabbi of the city. Because why? Because they see the value, and he listened to, and the son listened to the advice of his father.
That happened to Rambam. That actually happened to Rambam.
Yes?
Yeah. He was a slave. He was sold into slavery.
Yeah.
And same thing. He was dressed in rags. People thought he was a nobody. And he went to one of the shuls. He just went to the regular lecture in this new place. And the rabbi was giving a Gemara shiur, and he went to it regularly. But he was in rags. Everyone thought he was nobody. And what happened is the rabbi couldn't answer. He was stuck on a Gemara. And then Rambam puts up his hands. He gives an answer. Right? And they're like blown away. They're like, oh, we thought you were just a rags guy. And then they threw all the questions that they didn't know at him. He answered all of them. And then the chief rabbi of that community is like, oh, from now on, I'm not your rabbi anymore. And I'm becoming a disciple of this man.
Yeah.
In front of the whole community.
That's exactly the same story.
Yeah.
The same thing like this. If you listen to advice, you value. Because this advice, he said, learn 25 years. And you see, they value more than everybody. I go with my friends, I want to be 25 years, I want to have fun. No, listen to it. You see, on the spot, the value a billion times more. People learn Torah in the Yeshiva, and they devote themselves only to Yeshiva and learn. Every woman, every beautiful girl that learns, they know your value. Don't think the girls in the street, they value someone has money. They value less. Who learns Torah, they value 100 times more, and 1,000,000 times more. 1,000,000 times more if you learn Torah. They know you're learning Torah. They know it. They know they don't. The beginning looks outside. Who has money, who has power in the beginning, but these are the cheap people. The really expert, really people, they know value. If you learn Torah, wow, you must value all the girls and all the seminars and all that. They know you're learning Torah. They value more than everything. And then Bezat Hashem, and everyone in Yeshiva can be big Tam Chacham here, and big Rosh Yeshiva, Tam Chacham, everyone here. And you have a demand to do that. You have to do it. You have to be it. But value, listen to Chachamim, listen to advice. It's not different. I'm learning now. Listen to advice of the Chacham, and you'll be smart, and you're able. In your situation, you grow the most. In your situation, there's one guy I know. The rabbi said to him, "Your job is to learn from 2 in the morning to the morning, not because he cannot sleep at night." So he said, "Your job is to be in the Beis Medrash." I remember years ago, in the old Beis Medrash, he used to come 12 o'clock at night. He's told 2 in the morning in the Beis Medrash. Every night. Because he cannot sleep at night. So Rabbi says, your job is not to sleep, be in bed, not to sleep. If you cannot sleep, you don't fall asleep to do it. Sit in the Beis Medrash and learn. And he learned. And then he came, I remember, and he got married, and children, Baruch Hashem, all religion came, Baruch Hashem, but he's a night person, he cannot sleep. So don't be, I'm a loser. I cannot sleep. You listen to advice. And he's sitting in the Beis Medrash, still in the Beis Medrash, till 2 and 3, till all night. But he went to ask for advice, the rabbi gave him good advice. But if you don't listen, you sit in your room and you have a problem, and you stay with the problem, and you live with the problem, you stay with, and then you become a fool in the end. Because you didn't listen. If you want to be smart, you have to listen to advice. A smart person is successful. Who listens to advice is the successful. He comes to be successful in everything. The Lord take a situation like you're now. So if it's the past. Now, today, take a situation and ask advice that my situation today, how I could do the best. Forget about my history. I was a negative, I was history. Forget about your history. Yeah, big Rosh Yeshiva here. Ask advice from today. Not today. What I do today. How to today take my situation and make it the best that could be. The most that could be. To be a man of power. To take a power in you, take it out to the world. Be a man of power. Not a man of a loser. You have to be a power like a sun that takes power to the world, affects all the world, and changes all the world, affects. And you can be that. And you have obligation to be that. And you can do that. Listen to advice. A smart person, what he does, he asks, he demands it. But if you listen to advice, you become smart. Again, the beginning is demand for advice. If you listen to the advice, you become smart. I ask advice, you don't listen. You're not. If you ask advice, you have to listen to the advice. So most people don't want to ask advice. Maybe the rabbi tells them something I cannot do. He may not want to do it. He may don't come. You don't come smarter than that.
There's a question.
What?
It's been on my mind this entire series.
Loud.
This question been on my mind is once you listen to the advice, how do you know which advice you should actually take?
The rabbi tells you which advice to take from both of them. Ask everything.
What about from a friend?
Friend is also good, but not your he says that they're so bigger than you. Friend is also some level. A friend is also good, but friend is good. But you have to be bigger because they're able to see a situation in a bigger situation. Not in a little, in a bigger situation. And you can see also the future. He sees deep your situation. That is a big chidush ekamo. But if you don't listen to advice, you're considered a fool because you go after your desire. After the desire. After desire, and you listen to the desire, what happens is, and then in the game you lose out. And then again, you stay small, not big. Not big. Nothing. You didn't do you have a potential. And you didn't take out your potential out. You have so much potential you have in you. You can give to every Jewish nation, you can give so much to the Jewish nation. You have so much potential you have in you. You have to take out your potential, no difference which age. And you have to take your situation. Because everyone is unique. And everyone is special. And everyone can be a special out and you have to take it out the most that could be. If you listen to advice, you're able to take out your potential, what is unique in you, and take it out to the world. And be the best in that situation. And able to help all the Jewish nation. Everyone. Everyone here can help all the Jewish nation. Not like this. In a big situation. It can be mamish. Everyone can be unique. I can never know. When they came, the Netziv, the Rosh Yeshiva of Volozhin, when he was a child, when he was 13, he said he will be a shoichet, he will be a carpenter, make a nagar. I said, nagar, a carpenter, make a carpenter. And then he wrote 2 books on Shlita. He was a big Rosh Yeshiva. She said, if I listen to all everybody said on me, all my friends, then nothing will come out of me. But then I didn't listen to them. I listened to who? To my parents. I was listening to his parents that time. And then he came to be a big rabbi. It was your parents are bigger than you. But the answer is, I also tell a story. One time I went to, you heard of Victor Miller? Who heard of Victor Miller? Have you heard of Victor Miller?
New York.
In New York. One time I came to the Beis Medrash and Victor Miller, and I come in, and I talked to his Rebbitzin. I come to New York, I come to Rebbitzin, I asked them, how you zoichet that your husband to be a Avigdor Miller? So she said to me something very special. She says, I listened to my father that told me to marry him. She says, I was able that opportunity not to marry him. I listened to my father to marry him, and that is only because I listened. One thing, I listened. I listened to my father to marry him, and that caused me all my success of all my life. I had an opportunity to listen to this type of life or not to listen to type of life. I listened, and because of that I listened, I want my life to be successful. Listen to advice is the key of successful. And ask for advice. Ask for advice for yourself, for your situation, everything. And b'schos ask for advice, Hashem abba l'ta'el, Messiah. Or more, you will be pure, and then you get Sata Dishmaya and everything. You come to be a man of success. Hashem loves you, and all the Sata Dishmaya comes to you. You come to be like a malach, mamish like a big tzaddik. You come, mamish a big tzaddik. When you listen to advice, everything you do, you come mamish to be a big tzaddik and a big tam chacham. You get Sata Dishmaya. It's only the beginning. The beginning is what? The man advice who's bigger than you, and listen to it. And this is the beginning. And that will get you in the end to be the highest level that could be. We'll continue to talk about that.